Hi, welcome to my channel. Okay, so this is my top 5 most used tarot decks. So this wouldn't be the most beautiful or just the ones that I use, but if I had to narrow it down to top 5 plus one bonus, which would be this one, the top 5 that I consistently use the most often, I definitely wanted to show you the ones that I use and why, and just to let you know. So I did one for the oracles, and I wanted to do one quickly for the tarots. So, okay, so let me go first. I included this one, and I'll tell you why. The Archangel Power Tarot cards. I always recommend this deck, first of all, if you want to change it up from Rider-Waite and everything else. This is a great deck from Doreen Virtue. I also recommend it to people who are beginners and don't know the tarot yet at all. First, and also if you want to switch it up, you're tapping into the Archangel Power. It's Archangel Power Tarot cards from Radley Valentine. Actually, I don't even think Doreen Virtue had anything to do with this one. I think it's just Radley Valentine. Anyway, I love this deck. First of all, you're tapping into Archangel Power. Okay, who doesn't love that? I love butterflies. I love the backs of the cards. I think they're really pretty. Sometimes you want to switch it up. Look at the gold gilding. It's like playing with jewelry. I recommend it to people who don't know all the meanings of the Rider-Waite yet, because the messages are right on the cards. Not only that, but because I've worked with them for so much, I can tell you comparatively of all the decks that are out there for beginners, like with messages on the cards, these were very accurate and very in line with what I would get with the regular Rider-Waite decks, with the regular tarot deck. The quality of the reading was the same, what came through was the same. So I really love it, and I find it very intuitive for people who are beginners. You know, it says the Chariot, you have movement. It's also very gentle pictures of angels, and the messages, the keywords are right on the bottoms of the cards. I did a whole close-up review of every single card in all of these decks on my channel if you're curious, but this is just going to be real brief. But why I like this too and why I use it. Sometimes I want to change it up, and sometimes I'm doing a reading for someone where I want to use softer cards, more angelic cards, or I'm just in the mood for that. And also when I'm reading for people and I want them to follow along. I know that sounds weird, but sometimes I do readings and I want them to know that I'm not going off on a tangent. I want them to follow along with me, and I find that this deck is really good for that. So it's like they can clearly see what this means as well. And so even though I'm adding more to the reading intuitively and everything, they see where I'm getting it from. I found this is a really lovely deck to work with. I really do. And I find I really get good readings from it. The correlations are exactly the same as Rider-Waite in the sense, you know, they're just softer. Some of them are renamed, but the images are very similar. So if you know the Rider-Waite, that you could instantly work with this deck and not even look at the keywords down. Even knowing the Rider-Waite, I like the keywords down here because it triggers something else in your intuition. It brings something else out. I like the images. They're all soft and angels. And so that was one deck that I really do like. So I definitely wanted to show that deck. So that's the Archangel Power, and there's something about tapping into archangels when you're doing this reading. What's funny is that even when I'm not using this deck, I tend to use the Archangel Power as like the energy that I'm doing. I don't know. Like I'll lean my camera on this deck for Archangel Power. Okay, the next one that I do, this one was really special. I know I'm jumping around, but this Golden Universal Tarot made me fall in love with the Rider-Waite. And this is what came up recently, was that I didn't really gravitate to Rider-Waite. I've grown to love it. I like the symbolism in it, but I'm a very intuitive reader, and I'm sure a lot of people watching this channel, they are too. It's like the cards are helping you tap in, and then you're getting your messages. I don't know, the Rider-Waite, it wasn't pretty, but look at this. First of all, the backs of the cards are stunning. I have a close-up review of this whole deck on my channel, but the gold foil within this deck, look at the Three of Cups. It's shimmers. I don't know if the camera is picking this up, but the cups are all gold, shimmery. It's an exquisite deck. I fell in love with it's almost jeweled, and I have to tell you, this deck made me fall in love with Rider-Waite. I don't know why. I don't know. I also immediately bonded with this deck. This deck gives very clear readings. This is when I want clear. I want it to come through clear. I want no BS. I want a clear picture. And it comes through, excuse me, my allergies are really kicking up. The readings that come through, I use this deck when I want yes or no answers. I use this deck when I want a clear picture of what's going on. I get a clear picture. I use this deck so often. I really adore this deck. And besides it being absolutely exquisitely pretty, I find it really pretty. I find it gives new life to the designs of the, Rider-Waite. I just love it. I really do. But the quality of the readings, I don't know what it is. It almost like coming to this with the knife. It cuts through all the BS. I get a really clear picture. It comes through really clear and almost like matter of fact. It's a different, I'm intuitively getting it very crisp and clean and clear and almost cutting through. I get a very clear picture with this. I don't know how else to describe it. So I fell in love with this. This is one of my first Rider-Waite Smith decks, actually, that I fell in love with. So it's my tried and true deck. I use it for myself. I use it for others. I just absolutely adore this deck. If you want to see see that gold? If you want to see every card, you can go to my channel. I have a close-up review, but this is the Golden Universal Tarot, and it's a tried and true, absolutely adore it, and absolutely one of my most used decks. The next one that I absolutely adore is the Finestra Tarot, and I can't say enough good things about it. This is, especially if you read intuitively, first of all, it's stunning. It's a stunning backs of the cards. It's gentle. It's very feminine. I love the roses, the flowers on the back. They're all watercolors, so there's a tremendous amount of work and beauty in the color tones of this deck. I love the roses on the bottom of the major arcanas. If you want to see every card, you can definitely go to my channel and see every card, but very soft. And there's something about this. I know some people say, oh, it's very soft. And the Finestra, you're peering in a window here, and it's like looking into the scene. For some reason, the gentle watercolor tones of this deck, I have to say, if you're an intuitive reader, I'm finding I'm so intuitive with this. I'm instantly in that zone with this deck. It instantly brings me there. I'm almost like glazed over when I'm using these cards. I'm so relaxed. I'm instantly in a different zone, and it's much more intuitive. I dive really deep in these cards. For a while, I only used this deck for me personally, meaning I wouldn't even use this deck to read other people. That's how much I love this deck, and it was so intimate. I felt like I was going so deep and instantly, and so that was my connection with this deck. And I don't know if it's because of the soft colors, that you're instantly being much more intuitive. There's not very highly digitalized, not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just for intuitive, it's I don't know if it's the softness that you're sinking in more, so you're naturally getting deeper. But my readings go really deep with this deck, and I absolutely, sorry it's so mishmash because I use this deck all the time. This is definitely a go-to deck and one of my favorite decks, and I don't even know how I found this either. But it instantly matched me, and I get really intuitive readings, I think, because it is soft. It is very gentle, is what I want to say. It's very gentle. And there's something about that. And I love the backs of the cards. I just found it like my personal deck. It was like my deck. Like I wouldn't do readings with other people, but now I've been doing readings with it for other people. But that was one of my decks that was just personal for me. And then maybe I would use the Golden Universal for other people. The Tarot of A.E. Waite. So this was pretty amazing when I got it. I bought this because this is the original Pebbleback that, when it was released, this is what the decks look like with the original. I thought that would be really cool to have. That was my intention of buying it. Little did I know that this was going to be such an instant connection. There was a clarity to the readings as well with this deck, and I don't know, it was almost like a very wise tone to this deck. It was a very, I don't know, but I didn't even have to almost shuffle the cards. My very first reading, it wasn't even like it had to warm up to me. It was almost like coming home to me. It was almost like, okay, you're serious. This was a serious deck, like I was meant to have it. It was just a very, the readings that came through were very, in it, clean and clear like this. This is clearing, I don't know how to describe this one. It was like wiser. It was like I was tapping into, I don't know, it was almost like grandfatherly knowledge. I don't know how to describe it. It was a different vein. You know, each one has like a different flavor when you use your decks, but this was a connection to like something, I don't know what. It was really unreal. So when I got this, this was pretty amazing. And it is cool that it is the first Tarot of a Waite. This version is the original literal version of what was released. So it says in the back here, and I showed all the pictures on my channel, but it is, according to the first edition from 1909, literally what was printed. So the colors in the back side. So maybe that's what I'm picking up. I don't know. But when I first got it, it was like almost astounding, the quality of the readings that instantly came out. It wasn't even like we had to introduce ourselves to each other. It was just automatically revealing all these things to me. Like, hello, how are you? And then spilling its guts out. It was a very bizarre. So I always have a strong connection to that. So the next one that I use a lot too is the professional version of the Universal Tarot. And this one, I love Universal Tarot if you haven't already grasped that. With the Golden Universal, but it comes with a good guidebook. You're not going to need it. I love the backs of the cards. It takes the usual little Universal Tarot. It's huge deck, and it takes the best of both worlds because the Universal Tarot has that, I think, white border and the real blue on the sides that shows, but they took the Universal Tarot minus the foil and made it. I love it, and I love how crisp and clean the colors are. So magnificent. I can't even show you the size of these cards, but the crispness of it is gorgeous. I use this for you know, powerful readings and also for demonstrations, like if you want to demonstrate something with your tarots. I mean, these are just stunning, stunning, stunning. When I got this deck, I adored it. Took my favorite Universal Tarot, made it huge, colorful, crisp, clear. You couldn't ask for more. I was in heaven. I really was in heaven. I love it. So that's the Universal Tarot, the professional version. And then, so that is, these are all the decks. I have to remind you, these are just the decks that I'm most consistently use. You know, there are, you know, other decks I have that you've seen on my channel. They're prettier, they're this, they're that, more unique, whatever. These are the ones that I just more consistently use. So I just wanted to show and why. And then the bonus one is the Akashic Tarot. And the reason why it's the bonus is because this is so different, because you're not going to use it for tarot. You know, for tarot purposes, you're going to use it to tap into the Akashic Records. But I wanted to do like an honorable mention because what an amazing deck. These are really special because I've gotten amazing deep readings. It comes with an amazing guidebook. And the backs of the cards are really beautiful. I did a whole close-up review of this on my channel as well. But this is for tapping up. Look, this is from the Akashic Tarot reading that I posted on my channel, Paths Unknown. We got that card. This is so deep. This is tapping into the Akashic Records and doing a reading of like where you are right now on your journey. You know, tapping into your life purpose, where you're at, all of that. It is so deep, on point, and accurate. It is so amazing. You know, any kind of reading I do for myself or for others, it's like amazingly on target, but more than that, amazingly deep. I mean, to levels that you don't even know. Like, you have to go definitely pull cards for yourself and then dive deep into the guidebook, and it will take you on a journey, and you'll be like, oh my God, it like turns you inside out. And you know, and you feel it's true. You know it's true. Like, you feel the trueness of it. So really remarkable deck, but does take you on a different journey, not to be used for regular tarot readings, but again, you know, just to dive into the Akashic Records. But I cannot recommend these enough when you want to dive deep into your soul's path and journey and what your purpose is and when you're at in your purpose and your journey. I mean, it's just remarkable. It's really remarkable. So that's the Akashic Tarot, and I would never part with this, and I use this a lot too, just to like check in. And so those were my 5 most used tarot decks at the moment. And I just wanted to post a quick video to show that. And then I have another video that shows the top 5 with one bonus, of course, for the oracle cards. Okay, so take care. Bye.